What's up, everyone? I'm Duncan, and welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena. I promised you guys more of this year, and there is going to be more of this year. A new set just dropped called Ravnica Allegiance, and for the first time in a long time, I'm actually super excited about Standard. I was a little excited about Dominaria Standard, but the last time I was really into Standard was back in Kaladesh block, so that is a long time ago. So there will be a lot of Standard brews on the channel for Ravnica Allegiance, but today we're going to do draft because I haven't quite finished my brews yet. And I could do red deck wins and just do, you know, charging in with a bunch of creatures and firing off lightning bolts, which is what everybody is doing on Arena right now. But I don't think that would be fun. And I've got like a blue-green combo deck in mind, but I'm trying to tweak it to make it actually viable because there are some issues with it right now. It doesn't seem, it doesn't hit the curve quite right. But there is a really cool combo. There's a really cool interaction that I'm really excited to use. Just know it's coming. But for now, we're going to do a traditional draft of Ravnica Allegiance, so that should be going out quite regularly going forward. I did actually buy 90 packs of Ravnica Allegiance as well, so that's why I'm quite low on thingies. And I think Gruul is best in this pack so far. Well, I love Twilight Panther because it's a cat, and it's a 1-drop 1/2, and it gets Death Touch for a black. It's a really, like, solid card. And Mirror March is fun, right? It's just not great. Rubber Runner's not very good. Flames of the Razeboar, though, is one of the best cards in this set. So we're going to go Flames of the Razeboar here. Can't really turn that down. Ooh, Sunder Shaman is really cool if we end up in Gruul. But Growth Spiral is good. It's a really good card. Skewer the Critics. Look at this we're getting mono red removal so far, and that is just, it's a great card. Okay, here we go. Flameblade Artist is fantastic in black-red. So I think we might end up in black-red. We don't really have a Gruul plan here, but RAKDOS is looking great. Flameblade Artist, great card. Really is. I think unless we get a Gruul Bomb, we're quite happy in red-black. Spire Mangler, it's overpriced, but it has flash. But 3 mana for a 2/1 flyer is overpriced and easily removable in this format. We can definitely run Imperious Oligarch and maybe end up in black-white, but our two best cards are in red right now. So I'm going to go Spire Mangler. I think that that's a solid choice. Oh, Ill-Gotten Inheritance. Look at this. We are in Rakdos all the way. This card is beautiful because it activates your Spectacle at the beginning of every turn. You don't have to worry about activating Spectacle. It just activates itself every turn. It gives you life gain. It gives you life drain. It gives you a win condition with that sacrifice. You'd be surprised how often people block, let you get down to 5 or 4, and then just die immediately to the Ill-Gotten Inheritance sacrifice trigger, which at 6 mana expensive, but very good. We've got Consigned to the Pit, which is unconditional removal, or we've got Clamor Shaman, which is fun because it stops things from blocking. We don't have the creatures to back up Clamor Shaman right now, so I think Consigned to the Pit, although our curve is looking a little high, so I'd like some low curve thingies. 3 mana for 3/2, even if it does have a decent effect, it's a little overcosted in this set. Goblin Gathering, I like. It's 2/1/1s for 3, though, unless you get multiple of them. But I don't think there's a better card. So we're going to go Goblin Gathering and see what we get. Rakdos Locket. That's 100% our card. There we go. Rubble Belt Recluse. Look at... we are in a bit of trouble here with how high our curve is, though. Like, we could go Rakdos Trumpeteer, which is fun. I think Rakdos Trumpeteer is actually not that bad. I know that people don't rate it very highly, and it hasn't done well on people's tier lists and stuff for this set. But I rate it. 2/2 Death Touch for 3, fine. The face isn't great. Oh, there's another Goblin Gathering. We're actually doing pretty well here. We can go for an Orzhov Locket, just in case we end up splashing white, which is possible. There's the Rakdos Roundabout again. Act of Treason. Look at this. Look at this Rakdos pool. Tithe Taker is a great card, actually. But... right, so we've actually got a difficult choice here, because Rafter Demon is great. It's card advantage if it comes down for Spectacle. As we've said, we can activate Spectacle quite easily. But I think Footlight Fiend is better here, because it does ping them for damage, So it's a 1 mana, deal 1 damage to their face at the very worst. Otherwise, it's a 1 mana body that can block something. So it's a 1 mana block something, deal 1 to their face. And it's a 1 mana maybe hit them in the face once or twice, deal 1 to the face. And it's a devil. So if for some miracle we draw RAKDOS himself in our last pack, which would be amazing, it survives RAKDOS's Enter the Battlefield trigger. Scorchmark versus another Footlight Fiend here. Versus another Consign to the Pit, but I think we can't afford another Consign to the Pit right now on our curve. I think we're going to go for another Footlight Fiend. Ooh, Cult Guild Mage, but Spike Wheel Acrobat is so aggressive. It's so aggressive. It's so good. But Cult Guild Mage is so good. Cult Guild Mage obviously activates Spectacle for us. I'd really like more Skewer the Critics. This is the card that you build red for in this set. Skewer the Critics, absolutely busted card. Could end up being playable in Modern. Absolutely could. But right now, 2 mana 2/2 versus a 3 mana 5/2. Because Spectacle is going to be pretty easy to activate here. I think I'm going to take Spike Wheel Acrobat. I might regret that. Macabre Mockery. This is a good card. It's a good card. It is a good card. Because you can play it in their end step. Honestly, I'm quite aggressive here. So I'm not sure how much that's going to pay out for me. This is trash. I don't like it at all. At 3 mana, when you get the Spectacle, it's good. But for 5 mana for a 3/2... We'll go for Undercity's Embrace. We're in a sort of control Rakdos here. It's a weird shell. It's removal Rakdos. It's going to have to be Gravelhide because nothing else is playable for me here. Yikes. Another Flameblade Artist, though. He's a great card. He is a really, really, really good card. Because worst case scenario, he's a 2/2 for 2. He's a 2/2 for 2 with haste, which worst case scenario is actually pretty good. Undercity Scavenger I don't hate. So we'll go for him. I'm not taking any of these guild gates because honestly they're not worth it in 2-color. Like the 2-color mana base is pretty easy to balance without them. Oh dear, another Undercity or an Imp. I think we're going to take the Imp. The Carrion Imp is fine, I guess. I don't think I'll be playing it. Rafter Demon 100% of the time. Consign to the Pit 100% of the time. Rakdos Locket 100% of the time. Ooh. Carbon Mockery, I guess. Doesn't matter. Burn Bright is better than something off-color. And we didn't get Rakdos, which is a shame, but we did get another Goblin Gathering. So that's going to be a big game plan for us, is actually Goblin Gatherings. Because by the time you play the third one, you're getting 4 Goblins, which is really quite good. We'll go for Clamor Shaman, because he is quite good with Riot. Acrobat, there we go. Look at this great boy. A 2/3 for 2 with Spectacle when you activate Spectacle. They'll be given Death Touch and can be buffed up to a 4/1, which is really quite good. So we're going to go for Acrobat, obviously. We've got a really solid, really solid Rakdos deck here. We've got a lot of Sacrifice synergy with 2 Fireblade Artists, so I kind of like Gutter Bones. Because if I'm, you know, pop decking and trying to deal with stuff, I think Gutter Bones is actually quite good here. Ooh. Rafter Demon versus Bladebrand. It draws a card, it replaces itself, which is nice. This gets rid of a card on their side. We're going to go for a Bladebrand. I don't have any combat tricks yet. Probably won't end up playing it. Scorchmark is the best card here. Third Consign to the Pit. We'd have to play a very long game. I actually like Plague White, though. Plague White is a fun card. Scorchmark's the best card here, which is a shame because it's not very good. Rakdos Trumpeteer is the best card here. So we didn't get any big bombs in this draft, which is a shame, obviously. Always a shame to not get a huge, big, shut them down, kick their ass, bomb of a card. But honestly, it could have been worse. It's not a bad draft by any means. It's not a great draft, but it's not a bad draft by any means. We've stayed mostly on color. We've got a really nice, solid 2-color deck. I hate that you have to remove them all. I know that you can drag them as you draft them, but that takes just as much time as removing them all. So what I am going to do is think about... Okay, so I have to play both my lockets, because the big thing I'm lacking here is card draw. Like, my cards are not replacing themselves. Gutter Bones is great. Undercity's Embrace, Ill-Gotten Inheritance, Consigned to the Pit ×2, that's removal. Let's just grab all our removal right now. Scorchmark ×2. We've got Flames of the Razebore, which is an amazing card. Skewer the Critics ×1, which is a shame. 3 Goblin Gatherings, a Spikewheel Acrobat, Footlight Fiend twice, Flameblade Artist twice, Hackrobat once, Rakdos Locket. So, what else do we want? That's 37 cards. That is 37 of our 40 just there. We might be able to drop a land, though, honestly. I'm not sure we need 17 lands. I think we can go to 16, because our curve is pretty low to the ground, actually. It was pretty high at first, and it's ended up pretty low to the ground. We're not creature-heavy. We're not creature-heavy at all. Lots of non-creatures in the 3-drop slot. But honestly, that's most... I like the Rafter Demon. I think I do want to take the Rafter Demon. Probably want to take a few more creatures. Plague White as a turn 2 creature play. We're all right on the curve, though. We need something... We need something at the 5-drop point, really. Which we don't have any 5-drops in this deck. But we have lots of 3s, so maybe another 2-drop to sort of curve out at the 5-drop at least with a 3 and a 2. Yeah, we're low to the ground. We're Rakdos aggro. We're pretty angry Rakdos aggro, honestly. I like the Shaman here. And I like a 2-drop. And I just don't know which 2-drop. I think in the 2-drop I like Plague White. I think that's the deck. So let's give it a shot. Let's see how it does. Let's see how it plays out. 13 minutes to build the deck. Wow, that was longer than usual to draft that deck. So apologies to those of you who just like, I want to watch some Magic being played. I'm going to try and talk about my plays a bit more. It has been a complaint that people have had that I'm just like, I'm going to do this and not explained why. Why am I a Ajani right now? It's reset my character choice, which is frustrating. So you get to choose whether you play first, which is a new update. Oh, this is a hand. We have a turn 2 play, a turn 3 play, then we've got a Spectacle turn 4. I like this hand quite a bit. And we've got both colors, and we've got 3 mana. It's not bad at all. He's in Rakdos as well. We're going to go for a Rakdos Guildgate ourselves. So we are going to have the Rakdos off here. He might have a better Rakdos deck. Oh, ooh. Ooh. He's junding it out. He is junding it out. I'm actually going to Scorchmark it, because I don't really care about playing Flameblade on his own. He's a 2-2 with haste for 2, but he'd just get blocked and killed. Scorchmark, on the other hand, slightly better play for me right now. So turn 3 play, we can play our Locket, and then our Gutter Bones, which I think is our best play. And we've ramped. So next turn we have 5 mana available, which is going to let us play our Clamor Shaman and our Flameblade Artist, and we can give them both haste if we want to, and then double attack, and if he only has 1 creature out, he's going to be hit by Gutter Bones, Flameblade, and a 1-1, which is really quite good. And there we go, he's just played his entire hand out in order to play his 3-3 here. So we'll play a Swamp, we will play our haste 2-2. I've turned auto tap on, by the way, guys, because apparently it's been improved, so I want to give it a chance. Normally I'd go manual tap, but honestly, we can do this, and it's all auto-tapping pretty well, especially with this deck. It's pretty fine. And we're going to all attack here. That's going to trigger. We're going to tap down here. We're going to prevent his 3-3. We're not going to tap it down, but we are going to prevent his 3-3 from hitting us. And the next turn, I think we'll do the same, and then we'll just skewer the critics his 3-3, and Scorchmark whatever else he plays, unless he plays something really big. Like a Mammoth Spider. Okay, that's fine. At the beginning of your turn, you can sacrifice a creature. When you do, it deals 2 damage to target opponent or Planeswalker. I'm going to do that. Deal 2 damage to his face, which will activate Skewer the Critics, which now costs only 1, which means we can return this to our hand. We can play Skewer the Critics, targeting the Wrecker. Boom. We can play Gutter Bones again. And if Gutter Bones somehow dies, we can always return him with these 2 cards. We also have a Scorchmark up as an instant, and we're going to swing at his face. And we're going to stop his Mammoth Spider from blocking. So this was a good turn, right? So we've done 3 damage. We've gotten down to half his life. We can sack this next turn if we don't get any other plays, which is fine. And if he plays a creature now, we're going to Scorchmark it if it's got 2 toughness or less. So this has gone really, really well. I hope I'm... Ooh, exile creature with 3 power or less. That's unfortunate. That is such a good card for me. The Fireblade Artist is such a good card for me. He's playing a RAKDOS Locket. He has no plays. That's fine. We'll deal 3 more damage this turn. At the very least, we'll deal 3 more damage. And we are going to sack the Locket to... I'm going to sack the Locket to draw cards. That's our best play. Unfortunately, we can't play the Goblin Gathering, but we do still have Scorchmark up, and we're going to deal 3 damage to his face. Putting on a bit of a timer. It is a 4-turn timer right now. That's not ideal. But honestly, he's not hitting me back with anything. I have a Scorchmark in my hand, again, that I can play if he drops something. And then I can drop this next turn. He's going to drop... That's unfortunate. A 4/4 Riot Trampler is unfortunate. It's going to slow down my damage, and he's going to drop a 2/2, but he is out of cards. So I'm going to Scorchmark the 2/2 right here. Because it's a good play when he's out of cards. I don't have anything else to do with that Scorchmark. Because even if he blocked the Gutter Bones with his 4/4, it wouldn't be the best situation for me. I'm going to just play out my hand here, I think. Unfortunately, I am just going to play out my hand. I don't have any reason to attack here. Unfortunately, it's a stalemate on the board. He can't afford to attack me because obviously Plague White and Gutter Bones will double block the Frenzied, and then we're back to the same of tapping down his creatures. But we'll see what he plays here. 3 red and a black. And he's sacking RAKDOS Locket. Okay. He's drawing cards, just like I did. It's a good play. It's a solid play. He's playing his Gruul Guildgate. So no more plays this turn. Unfortunately for me, we do just draw a land. I'm not going to play the land. So a lot of people question this. Why do I not play the land? Well, because if I draw another land next turn, I can only play 1 land a turn anyway, and it bluffs having a card in hand. And there are a lot of instances of sorceries that could give him problems, and he could be swinging in for 7 this turn, which is very unfortunate for me. If he does, though, I just don't block, and I swing back and I win. So it's really difficult here. I'm behind on cards. I do need to draw cards. Okay, and Spear Skewer. He's building up a defensive sort of format here. He can't really afford to attack. And there's the land. And as you can see, I play 1 land. I still have a card in hand. Like, he doesn't know what it is. So, that's why I keep a land in hand. Because I like to deny my opponent's information, and if I'm not getting to play anything, then I may as well. It also bluffs because I don't play anything, don't play anything, don't play anything, and then I can do something. Ooh, that's going to be a real problem next turn. It's going to be a 6/6. Wish I still had my Scorchmark. Another land. We are getting flooded here. That's really unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. He's going to build up a lethal board state very, very quickly, and that's going to be really bad for me. I need to draw those unconditional removal spells. I've got 2 in my deck that enter the void that will put him down by 2 life, and it will get rid of either the Frenzied Arynx or it will get rid of the Sauroform Hybrid. He is going to attack with this. You can give it +3/+0, so I am in a double block. I don't really have a choice. If he has a card in hand that buffs its toughness, this is going to be really unfortunate for me. There's the 7/4. But I've gotten rid of one of his big guys, and he hasn't made this a 6/6 this turn, which is, like, you know, losing 5 life and a card is never fun. Oh, Goblin Gathering. That'll do okay, actually. I'll take that. 3 goblins now. I really need to draw some of that removal. If I draw one of my removal spells, I win. So I really, really, really need to draw that before he kills me. There are 2 in the deck. There are actually 3 removal spells in the deck. 20 cards. It's not looking great for me. He wins in like 4 turns. So I've got 4 draws from 20 cards. It's actually, odds are in my favor. Odds are in my favor. Ah, there we go. I need a creature with power 4 or greater to do everything, but if I do it to that, it will he'll evolve it. 5 goblins. If I attack with everything, I get 3 damage through. Bring back Gutter Bones. I should hold this. I should hold off on this. Because he can evolve this in response to me casting this on this. So it doesn't kill. If I stop this from blocking... If I stop this from blocking, he blocks with this. That does a damage to it. I can Flames of the Raise Board this. And put him down to 2 cards. I lose 1 creature. Yeah, I win. I think next turn. So we'll do that. I think we do that. Unless he can answer it, I win next turn. Yeah, that's obvious, that block. That's fine. We do 4 damage. We Flames of the Raise Board into this. It's a shame we don't have a 4-power creature. But, like, honestly, there aren't many 4-power creatures in my deck. So I can't really be that upset about it. It's just good to do a 4 damage at instant speed. And then for the possibility of dealing the 2 to everything else. There we go. And the next turn, he can block all but Gutter Bones. Wait, no. No. I didn't mean to put that... Oh, I put the ability on the stack twice so I don't get to play... I just choked the game. I don't know why I did that. I thought it would return to my hand. Yeah, we're going to hit him with the oops. Because that just choked me the game because I don't win this turn now. Oh, wait, I still win this turn unless you can remove a goblin or play a creature. It doesn't look like he can remove a goblin or play a creature. He's in second main. Please don't play a creature in second main. Oh, I really misplayed there. I guaranteed the win. Okay, it's fine. We'll play this anyway, just in case. Next to combat, all attack. And my Goblin Rushdown deck seems to work. So, next episode we'll be back with a few more games. Only 1 game this episode. Oh, no. That's bad. That's bad. We're only doing 2 damage to him. He's still in. I shouldn't have started my outro, should I? Wait, he's a fool! Oh, he choked too. Okay, that makes up for my choke. That makes up for my choke. Why did he do that? He needed to block first! Ah! It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Oh, it's best of 3. Oh, it's traditional draft best of 3. Never mind. It's not the outro at all. It's not the outro at all. You probably noticed that by, all the things. I like this here. Because we've got lots of removal. I kind of like Macabre Mockery against him. I kind of like it. I kind of like Active Treason too. But I do kind of like this against him. I think in this situation, Undercity's Embrace isn't great. So we're going to replace that with Macabre Mockery and then submit. All right, game 2 in this draft. It's a solid draft. It's a solid draft. I think we've actually got a pretty solid deck here. No big bombs. And now I'm Sarkhan. Is it just randomizing who I am each time? I was a Johnny. Now I'm Sarkhan. I'm just like, hey, I'm a different player now. But I'm still sort of the same person. And yes, I'm still Duncan knee deep on this game. We are trying to get it changed, but there is no name change function. But luckily, Wizards have, of course, sponsored my content in the past. They've sponsored a couple of live streams. So hopefully they will be willing to change my name for me, which would be really, really nice. I'd really, really appreciate that. Wizards of the Coast, please change my name. And now I'm Jaya? What the hell? I just randomize character each time. This is an amazing hand. Obviously no plays until turn 3, but once we get to turn 3, we're so good against him. We've got a turn 4 play as well in Riot Demon if we need it. And his deck was a little slow last time. Double Rakdos Locket isn't great. I could do without double Rakdos Locket, honestly. But if he doesn't play anything this turn... Oh, he does. Okay. Wait, he's mana screwed. I'm not worried about a 2-2 then. 2-1. I just play this without Spectacle. That's fine. 2-3 is fine then. Oh, the mana screw is so unfortunate because we had a really good... there we go. He drew a land. That's fine. And he played a creature. That's fine. If we go Rakdos Locket here, we can also play a 2-drop, which we don't have. But we can also give this boosts. So if he double blocks, then we can Death Touch. So play like Rakdos Locket. That's fine. Go to combat. Attack. Full attack. Boom. If he doesn't block, then we'll give it +2, -2. There we go. Because we do want to do as much damage as possible, as fast as possible. That is our entire game plan. Obviously, Acrobat right now, good offensive option, but later in the game, actually a really good defensive creature, because that Death Touch is really terrifying to all of his big evolved mons. Like, he can't attack him with a 6/6 that then is going to get blocked and killed. He just can't afford that. So he's got his 6/6. It's going to get blocked by 2/3 and killed by Death Touch. Like, Death Touch is so good in sealed formats, or in draft format, in limited formats is what I should be saying. Oh, Light Up the Stage. Such a great card. I love this card. It's basically draw 2 cards. I get to see them. Rhythm of the Wild. That's terrifying. This card is... I know that people don't rate it. It's another one of those cards that people don't rate in this format. But I think it's just such a bomb. It's just so terrifying. Everything having Riot is absolutely freaking terrifying. If we play this... We don't have a land, so we can't afford to play that. Honestly, I might just play Goblin Gathering. Give myself some goblins. But I'm not going to do that until after I attack. Again, he'd have to double block and lose 2 creatures to kill this. So we'll make it a 4-drop, a 4-power creature. To damage. Boom. That's going to activate Riot. Spectacle even. Oh, but now I can't play it for the Spectacle cost because it's too expensive. So I am going to play Rakdos Locket. We'll save the Goblin Gatherings for like playing them both out one after another. I'm going to take 6 this turn, but I'm ahead. So I'm okay with that. Rhythm of the Wild is the thing I really don't like. But he can't yet play it because he has to pay another mana. Oh no, wait. 1 mana of any color. Never mind. There's just... Taps 1 mana of any color. It's slow on the play. I thought it was a converter that converted things to any color. Is he not playing Rhythm of the Wild here? He's got to play Rhythm of the Wild here. It's so terrifying for me. So terrifying for me. He's only attacking with 1 creature. That's fine for me. Okay. We have 6 mana available. Which means we could play Goblin Gatherings back to back. Or we could play a Clamor Shaman and a Goblin Gathering. Which is actually a really good play. Play this with haste. And then play this. Oh, wait, I should have done that. That's stupid. But it's fine. Because we will stop this from blocking. And then he'll block the 1/1. Oh, no, this wasn't great. Yeah, there were definitely better ways to play this. Oh, wait. Excuse me? Ah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that was a bad turn for me. I played that really badly. So this might actually go to a game 3. This is a long video, boys. Yeah, this is really worrying. This is really, really worrying. He's very strong now. I don't know why he didn't play his, I don't know why he didn't play this. Honestly, I just don't get it. Because... it would have been way better and he wouldn't have lost it. Okay, we'll back-to-back Goblin Gathering and just make an army here. We have Consigned to the Pit, which is really nice. But we just have an army. We're representing 10 damage on the board, so he can't really afford to attack. And we've got Consigned to the Pit to remove his biggest thing next turn. Oh, there's his Goblin Gathering. Okay. All my mana to Consign to the Pit. I'm just going to build an army here, and then next turn, Consign to the Pit, and then swing all out. Like, just consign his biggest thing, do 2 damage, put him on 9 life, swing all out, and I should kill him. Or at least put him in a really bad situation. Because I can consign his biggest thing, and then Clamor Shaman his second biggest thing. Okay, here we go. Yeah, definitely no. Well, definitely next turn, at the very least. We can sign this. Can't give it indestructible. It's dead. He takes 2. If we had 1 more mana, this would have been so smooth. We stop. Can this evolve? Adapt? No, it can't. So it doesn't really matter what we stop from blocking. It doesn't matter what we stop. It really doesn't. This should be lethal, though. He's got 4 blockers. The minimum damage we do is 9 unless... There we go. He brings back one of my creatures to save himself. So we're going to put him on 1, but we have a Skewer of the Critics in hand. So unless he does 13, we win. Unless he does 13, we win. And if he blocks Footlight, he loses. So it really depends how he goes with this. If we had 1 more mana, this would have been a win. I did play badly earlier, though, so I can't really complain. He has to block the 4-2. Yeah. He has to block the 2-1. He doesn't have a choice. Yeah. And then 7-8 goes through. He goes down to 1. And then that goes away. His maximum damage is 8 this turn. Unless he gets a Riot creature out. But I don't think even a bit... Like, yeah, there we go. Alright. That was a big win. That was really nice. Just flood the board. Swing on out. RAKDOS coming through for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to leave a like. If you want to try this game out, it's absolutely free. It's called Magic the Gathering Arena. Please do download it and try it out. If you've never played Magic before, it's definitely worth it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.